Hey guys, it's Ep26 and welcome back to episode 26 of my Burnley career mode. And today's episode, some big games to play. The first game is against Liverpool in the league for us to play. Currently find ourselves in 6th position. Liverpool, the team just in front of us. An important game for us to try and win in order to overtake them. Other fixtures to come up are also Atletico Madrid as well, 4 days time. That's in the Champions League group stage. Important we try and get ourselves a victory there. And then there's Wolves, Crystal Palace to also play if we have enough time. We'll probably get through at least one of those games, maybe both of them as well. Before we go any further in today's episode though, if we could try and hit 50 likes, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already as well, and that'd be absolutely fantastic too. We are going to go ahead and play with this team, 5-3-2 formation, and it's basically the exact same team formation that I was using in the last game of the last episode. Going to stick with this fan at the back formation now, and we're going to go with Pope in goal, Bustos, Evans, Tarkowski, me and Taylor at the back, and Marty Cork and Dide in midfield, and then Danny Ings and Chris Wood starting up front for us. Let's go on things, let's try and get ourselves 3 points, currently 1 point off Liverpool, can go 2 points in front of them if we beat them here. It's going to be a tough game, let's wait and see. Danny Ings returns to the club that he was at before he came back to this one. Okay, here we go for this game against Liverpool at home for this match. Important one to try and get ourselves 3 points. Got to try and continue to get back on track really after having quite an inconsistent start to the season. Hopefully we can do that with a big victory here against Liverpool. Obviously on paper they've got the better team by far. I'm just hoping that performance-wise do manage to produce something here with Chris Wood and Danny Ings back on form for us. And Chris Wood hitting the post very early on there. Great chance. Just shifted it onto his right foot and so close to taking the lead early on. Very good start to the game for us. Cork to Bustos. Come on, deliver that one in. Good ball, actually. Oh, good connection as well from Ndidi. Towards just wide in the end, unfortunately. And that's going to be a goal kick, but so close. Landed perfectly on his head. Couldn't quite get the direction right, though. Ndidi, good chance here. Ndidi flicks into the middle for Chris Wood, and it's a goal. Fantastic from Chris Wood. We've taken the lead. Stays on side, wins the header and scores off the post and in. We've had a great start to this game, being the better team here, and within 20 minutes we find ourselves in front. Fantastic cross into the middle as well. I think it was Ndidi that put the little cross in. Let's have a little look. I think it was. A good little cut back onto his left foot and chips it up for Chris Wood, who beats, I think, James Milner to that one. Fantastic play. In fact, I think it was Henderson he beats to it. But you see his physicality. He's always going to win those sort of headers. And Mignolet had no chance. 1-0. Chance. What a save by the goalkeeper. Big opportunity there for Liverpool. Probably their best chance of the game so far. There's a good save there by Nick Pope. Got a corner to defend. James Milner to deliver. Ben Mees in there. So is Tarkowski. Headed out, though, for another corner. And that's going to be a second one for us to try and defend. I shouldn't really have put Liverpool in this kit. It matches too much with Nick Pope. And it's going to be Nick Pope that comes out on top there. Danny Ings, big chance here. Marty, waiting for the overlap here. Charlie Taylor. Oh, puts that all wide. So close to a second one. Had to really hit the target there, but poor shot in the end from him. Liverpool trying to get some sort of build-up play here before the half-time break. Oh, we've got to defend that properly. Off the bar and followed up. It's rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. We've got to be able to stop that attack. So weak in the middle. And it was almost as if that was written in the script for them to score there, because we literally couldn't do anything about it. We were so weak for some reason at the back. And it's 1-1 there, really frustrating, because it's really poor defensively from us. And Liverpool equalising the stroke of half-time. They get someone to play as well, which makes it even worse. Mo Salah scoring here. We should be able to stop him there. We don't stop the cross getting in. Somehow Tarkowski gets shoved off the ball far too easily by, I think it's Emre Can. And that allows the open goal to be there for Mo Salah to head into. So, very frustrating. It's 1-1. That's probably what's going to be now going into the half-time break. We've got to now just keep going and hopefully in the second half we can find that second goal, because we certainly don't deserve to be level still. Right, this is getting annoying now, because again, this is awful defending. It's 2-1 Liverpool. It's 6 minutes into the second half, and this is absolutely atrocious. Nothing at all that I could really do about this one. But just look at the positioning of this back three. It's all over the place. Johnny Evans here on the far side, for some reason gets dragged out into the right wing-back position, which is obviously where Bustos should be, and for some reason isn't. Bustos totally out of position here, so that's left a huge gap in the middle, which Johnny Evans should be filling in. It should be Bustos that's marking where Johnny Evans is. When the ball eventually goes out wide, which is kind of inevitable, Bustos is in no man's land. He's just in the middle of 3 players, totally unnecessary. Huge gap left in the middle. That ball gets put in, of course it gets played into that gap, and he scores. Ridiculous really in defence there from Johnny Evans and Bustos. No idea what those two are messing around at, but we are now losing the game, which is obviously not deserved and does not reflect really the 50 minutes or so of this game. Danny Ings charging forward, big chance for Danny Ings. Oh, it's blocked. Still a chance here for Bustos. Still going, crosses into that post, Chris Wood. Can he do anything with it, please? Great bit of play for Chris Wood. and Ndidi just got dispossessed. Bustos tries to cross in, Ndidi's there, but it's a good header by Mignolet. Okay, all three changes, there's literally 5 minutes to go now. I've really sort of struggled to get back into this game. Vidal, Vokes and Jota coming on. We'll take off Bustos, Charlie Taylor and Armati. We'll go with that for the final 5 minutes or so. Like I say, not really sort of challenged them too much to get an equaliser. And so we found ourselves in this position, which isn't good. And you certainly wouldn't have expected it, given how well we played in that first half. That's it. Lost the game 2-1. A game that we shouldn't really have lost. We should have done enough in that first half to have been in front, and we didn't, and we found ourselves losing that game 2-1. Very disappointed with that one, really, because like I said, the first half we were fantastic. Conceded so early on the second half, and both the goals shouldn't have been allowed to happen. Both were terrible sort of defensive displays from us, and that just meant that, you know, relied on us being able to score another goal, and we couldn't do that. So, yeah, frustrated, but again, it's another game where we're not really expected to win, but we still should have done better. Good news for us this week, Thomas goes up to 70 overall at centre-back. Really happy to see him continue his growth. He's gone up a lot of overall since he obviously joined the senior setup. I've been pretty impressed with all 3 of them that joined us from that centre-back position. Callum Green's got 9 overalls, Peter Ward's got 6, and then 7 for Thomas as well, so really impressive across the board. Game against Atletico Madrid now, we found ourselves at the bottom of our group. Wow, I've not quite realised that was the case. There is only 3 points between us and first place, and so if we win this one, it does change things dramatically. I guess we'll wait and see whether we are able to get another victory against them. Back-to-back wins will be quite good. It'll be tough, but we'll see whether we can get that. Okay, so this game now against Atletico Madrid. Let's see how we get on with this team. Same formation as the last game, but a few changes. We've brought in Alonso at left wing back and Vidal at right wing back. Also brought in Jota to play up front as well, and we're taking off Danny Ings, putting on the bench, as is Bustos as well. So a few little tweaks here and there, just looking at players that maybe we could try and improve on in that first team and just see if we can get better performances in the last game. And hopefully that's going to get us that, basically. Let's see how we get on now. Hopefully get ourselves 3 points, and that'll launch us up the group table a little bit, hopefully. Okay, then here we go. Big game against Atletico Madrid. This does kind of affect our season a little bit here. Obviously in the Champions League, we found ourselves in a tough group against a lot of good teams. And a lot of teams are not expected to beat, but we've still got to try and do something in this game. We've got to try and progress in the Champions League, and a big part of that is a victory here against Atletico Madrid. Let's see what we can do. We've beaten them once, so hopefully we can beat them again. Alaza, ball into Chris Wood, big chance here. Big challenge though from Socrates. Don't say he's injured. Come on, we've played 6 minutes. Get up. Chance, good save, Nick Pope. Big opportunity. I think it was 9 goal on there that ran through. Good opportunity for him to score early on, but got to try and defend this corner now. Vitolo to deliver. Pope comes out, punches away, and I've got to clear this one properly. Well played. Jota is onto that one quickly. Now to Chris Wood. He has to have some backup here. Does Chris Wood still going? Yes, yes, yes. Here we go. Ndidi now through to Vidal. Tries to cross into the middle. Jota. No, he doesn't score. It's wide. 15 minutes in. Should really have scored that one. Big chance. What a ball in from Vidal that was. Thought he scored. Angle's too tight. Goes wide. Vidal trying to get forward. Good chance for him to run through here. Vidal to shoot on his left foot and score. It's 1-0. We've taken the lead just before half-time. Don't really know where the first half's gone. It's been very, very quick as this first half. Not loads of chances really for either team. But we've scored here, got the breakthrough goal, and we've hit the post, and it goes in there from Vidal, the right back. Fantastic run from him. Fancy just freshening up that position a little bit in this game. Bustos has done so well for us since joining, but I just felt in the last game he did look quite tired at times, and it's worked perfectly for us. Vidal giving us a new lease of life going forward. Good little finish on his weaker side. It's 1-0, and we take the lead just a couple of minutes before half-time. It's half-time, still won the game 1-0. Happy with how we're doing right now. Got to just keep going as we are and make sure we don't concede, really, and then we're obviously going to win the game. So we'll wait and see whether that's something we're able to do. They've not had loads of chances so far, and so got to try and continue to keep them at bay. Chris Wood delivers in. Good chance here for us. Jack Cork just swivels and doesn't really get a great connection. Straight to the keeper, and a big chance that one, actually, if he'd kept a bit more composure. No. Damn. Just see what's about to happen there. Not deserved, but Atletico Madrid equalised. It's 9 goal, and it's just, again, so frustrating when this sort of thing happens because you just can't deal with it. I don't know what it is, but whenever you get in this sort of position, you can't seem to outstrength the attacker in this situation. So obviously, I think it's Armati, who's got back here. He should be able to outstrength Nangolan, but he just doesn't get close enough to him to be able to outstrength him. It might even be in Ndidi, I'm not really too sure, but you can just see he just allows too much space for him to get the shot away. Really frustrating defensively. Don't even know how that gap's opened up to allow that. It's a 5 at the back. We should have enough defenders in that position. So yeah, frustrating. It leaves us back at 1-1, which really isn't a good enough scoreline for us. Go on, Jota, hit that one. Oh, I thought we'd scored. Goes wide. Okay, first two changes. We're going to bring on Wellington and Bustos. We'll take off Alaza and Jack Cork, give those guys a rest. And we're going to push Wellington a little bit further up from the midfielders. And we'll see how that works out. Try and get into an attacking position for him. Wellington to deliver this corner as well. Not a bad ball in, but cleared away. Go on. Go on. He scored. I think it's Wellington that's done it. It's 2-1. And with 20 minutes to go, the substitutes come on and got us a goal. No idea how it's gone in. I thought he was about to sky it, to be honest. It looks like he smashed it far too much, but he seems to just find the top right-hand corner. 2-1, and we got ourselves back in front in this game. This is Wellington here. Was also wondering whether he was offside at this point, but there was actually a defender just a little bit further behind him. It's a great swivel and a great finish there into the top right-hand corner, and we're in front. It's 2-1. Well, let's pick out Chris Wood in the middle here. Looking for a flick on, maybe. Big chance for us there, but unfortunately beaten to it. Wellington goes for it, which was pretty pointless, but it's been fired back out to Vidal. Can he get a good delivery in here? Great chance for us again, but the delivery's awful. Okay, final change. Alvarez to come on. We'll take off Jota. Change formation, obviously. 8 minutes to go. A little bit worried at this point, so I'm just trying to grind out the victory here and get that 3 points that we really need. Hence why I've gone to a very defensive formation. Corner here, got to defend this properly. Come on, Vitolo to deliver this. Have to clear this one away if we can, straight away. Go on. Oh, well played, Ben Mee. Gotta be it. Oh, it's a corner. Why is that a corner? Chance to deliver. Goalkeeper's up. Oh, headed clear. That's got to be it now. Blow your whistle, ref. He's got to blow it here. This has to be it. No. What a save, Nick Pope. And clear it. That's a goal kick. That's got to be it. 3 points for us. Very important 3 points as well. Now we're level with Atletico Madrid, and we should be in front of one or maybe even both the other two teams, depending on the result of that game. Fingers crossed it was a draw, which obviously means we'd go in front of both teams, I think. So we'll wait and see what happens, what the scoreline was. I think it was 2-1 Marseille. I'm pretty sure it's Marseille and Anderlecht are the other two teams. So Marseille getting 3 points there. We will leapfrog one of them at least. And we'll see what that looks like now. Okay, so not a bad position, actually. If you look at the league table, currently second. Even though our goal difference is less than Atletico Madrid, it's done head-to-head. We've won both the games now against Atletico Madrid, hence why we're in front of them. So pretty happy with that. We found ourselves in second, but there's still one more game to go. I'm not really too sure who it's against. If I was to guess, it'll be Anderlecht. I don't actually know. And I'm just hoping we can finish top of the group. That's all I'm aiming to try and do here. Yeah, it's against Anderlecht. Probably next episode, I think. That'll determine whether we do go through. Okay, some emails from players here. Lewis Cook saying he wants to leave. Same with Barnes. Basically what we get every episode. And Green wants to play at some point. We'll see. Okay, final game of today's episode against Wolves. It's a home match in the league. Obviously, we didn't do so well in the first league game in today's episode, so we're going to have to try and bounce back, but with a changed team as well. Next game is against Crystal Palace, I think, in the Cup quarterfinals, I think. So that's next episode. So we have to obviously make a few changes to this team in preparation for that game. Pope starts in goal. It's got to 80 overall as well. Bustos, Alvarez, Sarkowski, Ward and Taylor at the back. We've got Wilshere, Cook and Goodmanson in midfield with Ings and Barnes up front. So an interesting sort of team. Hopefully going to be enough to get ourselves a win. I'm just not really too sure exactly how this is going to go, because obviously the first game wasn't particularly impressive for us, and so I'm just hoping we don't get a repeat of that match. But this is the bench. Got Green on there, who I think was the guy who asked to start, but I've decided to put on the bench anyway. Alaza, Court, Kennedy, Wellington, Jota and Vokes also there as well. Okay, here we go. Let's try and beat Wolves if we can. Probably one of the only teams in this division where we actually have a better side than them on paper. And obviously, you know, it's important that we try and capitalise on that and make sure we are winning this game. I'm pretty sure they're also like second or third bottom of the league as well, so that's another reason why we have to try and win this match. Let's just see how we do. There's a lot of players in here who have a lot to try and improve to get into our first team more often, Lewis Cook being one of them. And let's see whether we can put in a big performance here. Barnes to shoot from range. Oh, we're not that far away actually, bit of a surprising shot. Big chance here for Neves. Oh, I thought they scored. Good bit of play from Wolves actually. It's the first time they've really looked at as much of a threat as that. Good bit of passing, nice little 1-2, and Neves went really close. Probably should hit the target from that range. Looking for us though he doesn't. Goodmanson running forward. Go on, still going here, gonna shoot, and it's right at the keeper. So annoying when that happens. I'm never trying to hit the keeper, obviously, am I? Goodmanson to deliver, and Charlie Taylor's there, but so is Ruddy, unfortunately. Lewis Cook still trying to do something here. Goodmanson delivers into the box. Charlie Taylor again headed away. And got to try and keep all the possession on the edge of the box here and recycle this attack if we can. Bustos coming forward. get that cross in there. Danny Ings. Come on. Charlie Taylor coming forward here. Chance for him to cross. Go on. Oh, beats into it again. Wilshere hit it. Oh. You just hit the target, please, and ideally get a goal. Lewis Cook trying to drive forward and shoot. It's another big block there from the defence. Constant, really. They're obviously playing fine at the back as well. And so we are having a few issues trying to break them down, just like they're having the same sort of issues with us, really. No. Jesus Christ. What is that? Are we seriously going to concede like that? I mean, I know that Pope is wearing orange as well, but you don't have to gift them goals. Come on. You're not actually playing for them. On the stroke of half-time, losing the game 1-0. Nick Pope with a terrible bit of goalkeeping. Makes a massive error there. And they find themselves in front. Really weak left hand. You shouldn't be able to score with a near post like that. Terrible goalkeeping, and we somehow losing this game. It's a Nick Pope own goal as well. Half-time, still losing the match 1-0. And yeah, still behind. So I've got to try and find a way to get back on level terms. For me, I think it's a bit harsh, losing the game 1-0. It should still be 0-0, really. Neither team has yet to do enough to deserve a goal, I don't think. But I'm hoping we've got it in us in the second half to come back from behind. It's just going to be very difficult. We've just made it so much more difficult for ourselves. Go on, Barnes. Equalise. Oh. Come on. 20 minutes to go. Goodmanson. Just let us score, please. Somebody. Ruddy, come on. We've given you an own goal. Can you not just return the favour? Wilshere delivers. No. Okay, all three changes. 10 minutes to go. Kennedy, Jota and Wellington to come on. We'll take off Charlie Taylor, Bustos and Goodmanson. Still losing the game 1-0. Really, really disappointed that this is happening right now. I'm not too sure we're going to get back on level terms either. I mean, regardless of that, we should be winning this game. Not in terms of performance, though. We've not performed well enough to win the game. But in terms of standing in the league table, in terms of the actual teams we have out, we should be doing so much better. Performance hasn't been good enough here. Still a chance late on. Jota to deliver. Big chance for Kennedy, but defended and out for a corner. Come on, Wilshere. Just deliver a good ball, please. Alvarez, flick it on. No. Danny Ings delivers into the box. Wellington behind him. Come on, Kennedy. Deliver the ball of your life. Good ball. Ings crowded out. Jota tries the shot. It's saved. Get the keeper up. Get everyone up. No, keeper's not even up. Jota delivers. It's not a good ball. It's going to be it now, I think. Lewis Cook with one more chance, maybe. Come on. Find some space to do a pathetic cross. Oh, cleared away. Alvarez with a chance still, and Ruddy holds it. That'll be it now. And we have lost this game to Wolves 1-0. 0 points in that game, 0 points from the league in general in today's episode, and yet we were able to beat Atletico Madrid. You can see by the stats as well that it's even more frustrating for us there. 12 shots, 6 on target against their 4 shots, 2 on target. Clear that we were obviously the one time most of the shots, but even that wasn't enough to get ourselves a victory, and so yeah, we come away with absolutely nothing. It's getting to that point where I'm sort of considering, do I just sort of resign from the job here and move on to a different job, because quite clearly it's not working out. It's almost like a bit of a Leicester City type thing that's happened for us here. Other than the fact we didn't win the league in the last season, we only came like 2nd or 3rd, but it has certainly been a much worse season for us. We've not performed well at all. We find ourselves in 10th position in the league, 10 points off the top, which doesn't sound that bad really, but the performances are bad. We've lost 6 games from 13. It's not looking good. We're too inconsistent really, and that's my worry for us at the moment. We're not doing very well. I mean, it could be worse. It could be Cardiff. They've not even won a game yet. We're 13 matches in. Okay, so I am going to resign from the Burnley job, and we're gonna end this things here. But there's another sort of twist potentially. It's going to be down to you guys as to whether you accept my resignation or not. Click the poll in the top right hand corner. Do you accept or reject my resignation? I.e., would you like to see the series continue or not, basically. I've got a lot of new ideas for new series, new career mode series, and other things as well, not just career mode, to come. And so, yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section as well as in that poll. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. If we could try and hit 50 likes, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already as well, and that'd be absolutely fantastic too. Thanks for watching, don't forget to vote, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.